The reality of it is that it's going to take years and years for this to build up, for it to have any fruits, for me to be picking food from this land, and also not having a good time. Well, I am having a good time, but not having much luck in the fishing department. I know that there's fish there because I see them jump up in front of me, but they just don't want to take the lure. Anyway, so I have made a decision to go back to work, and finding work here wasn't that hard. Before coming here, I saw videos and photos of people doing what I aim to do, which is living off the land. Doesn't quite crack out to seem like what it shows, because yeah, everything just takes time, you know. I thought I'll come here and everything will be growing all perfectly, but there's insects and you know, the heat. It just takes time in the end. Anyway, I have secured a job. This is my 3rd week in the job, and even though I'm not supposed to be working on my visa, we've worked around it because the payment will go into my wife's account, and everything will just, you know, and it's just part-time, so nobody's going to find out really. I'm working in a school. Yeah. I wasn't planning to work, but I wasn't looking for work. The work came to me, and the work that I'm doing isn't really work for me, it's more like a career. I'm teaching Taekwondo in a kids' high school, so I'm teaching between the age of 13 to 16 years old, and it's been okay. You know, it's not like a job for me, it's more like a hobby, it's more like a career, something that I've been doing for over 10 years, or something that I've been doing for over 21 years, doing martial arts, but been teaching for over 10 years. So it's not a hard job. How I got the job was, I was just taking my kids to Taekwondo, and I just was talking in English in the back of the class, saying how boring the class was and how much I could do it better. And then a school principal that was sitting next to us started talking to us and said, "Oh, would you like to come to teach an English session of Taekwondo in her school?" Because she had a 5-year-old that was going to the same Taekwondo club as our kids. So next month I'm pulling my kids out of that Taekwondo club and putting them into my own Taekwondo club. So there's 2 things that's happening. One is I teach inside the school during school time, and the other one is I teach outside of school time but still using the school. The principal and I have gone 50-50 on the responsibility and the payment. So she will be taking in all the members, like doing all the advertising and everything, and all I do is just teach. She will manage all the gears and all the facilities and everything like that, all the admin work, and all I do is just make sure that the students like it and that they keep on coming and paying. At the end of the day, everybody's got to work. Doesn't matter what kind of work it is. Everybody needs money to survive. The fantasy of living without money, it sounds good, but in reality you do need some money. Even a little money can go a long way. But I'm not working every day. That's a good thing. And I'm not working long hours. I'm just doing two hours or 1.5 hours each day. So it's not really that big of a deal. There will be some times where we feel successful, like we achieve something by growing our own. This banana came from the banana tree that's right next to us. The neighbors gave it to us, even though it does belong on their side just by 1 meter. And in a couple of days, these will turn to be yellow and ready to eat. And then there are other times where it's a big disappointment trying to grow sweet corn and then having the chickens come in and eating all my crops. Since I'm working at the school as a teacher, I do get paid quite well, so I'm very blessed for that. And like I said, it's an easy job. It's more like a career for me. It's something that I've been doing it for a long time. And it's a very respectable job. When I go to the market, the students will recognize me and say, "Hello, teacher," and yeah, it makes me feel good. So overall, everybody's got to work, and this is what I have chosen to do. With the job that I'm getting right now, and once the guest house is done, we will be living very, very comfortably. We should have no issues with making ends meet, putting food on the table, buying school products, going on road trips. So we are living quite a good life. I'm not quite too sure what's happening with YouTube. I know that some of my mates, their hunting channel that they did, and I know I've got some hunting videos on my channel from my old life, I guess. Their channel's been totally cancelled, and it's just not one channel, it's like a whole bunch of hunting channels that's been cancelled because it just doesn't meet their guidelines, I guess. So instead of me going through all my videos and taking it out, I'll just leave it as it is and see what happens. I know I got an email yesterday saying that I breached some kind of something, I'm not quite too sure, but YouTube is just something I can't control. So if one day I just get cancelled by YouTube, it might be because of that. So in a way, it's good for me that I didn't continue hunting videos, because I would have just got cancelled by YouTube. And even though this what I'm filming now doesn't get a lot of views, it's still something.